Voila, Martin Varsavsky.
Okay, so this is my idea about making Twitter more relevant. Okay?
Excellent.
And what Twitter lacks is a Twitter ranking, sort of like Google has Google Rank. And a lot of people have tried to do this, but in my opinion, they haven't come up with a tool that is the tool that I would like to see. It's the simplest, easiest tool for Google ranking or Twitter ranking a la Google, and that is color coding of people according to their number of followers.
Okay.
So let's say you think of karate, right, and you think of a black belt, okay, so a black belt would be like the people with the most Twitter followers, and then you would have the orange belt or the green belt or the white
Purple,
belt,
all that, yeah.
And so the idea is simply that on Sysmic and on TweetDeck and in all the Twitter clients, people would be color coded according to the same scheme, and that is number of followers. Of course, number of followers can also mean that you're some kind of soap opera actress that has a lot of followers, and that may not be relevant to me. It's not the only information, but it is meaningful information. I would love to see color coding every time I open a Twitter client.
So, Martin, let me ask you. How many tweets, of the tweets you read on Twitter every day, what percentage of them would you guess are actually relevant for you?
Well, I have managed to filter my Twitter feed very well, and I certainly dislike the tweets that are conversations that I lost part of it, right? That I find that absolutely irrelevant, and that may be a third of the tweets that I ignore. But a lot of tweets lately are about the latest possible news that I can find, and I actually enjoy those.
So, relevance, in terms of relevance, is it how quickly you get the information? Is the context? Is it from whom it comes?
No, the relevance is the source, is the authorship of the content, and so I sometimes follow original sources like the Google blog, or so when I follow in the Google blog, I immediately see that Kara Swisher or a lot of other people retweet them. So I try to go to the origin of the retweets, right? So if I see a lot of retweeting, I head for the origin of the retweet,
right,
which is the source,
right?
So I'm followed by maybe 8,300 people, and I follow 100. And those 100 tend to be very close to the source of information that interests me.
Now, if you could have a tool, color coding, fantastic idea, but if you could also have a tool that would, say, dig into the content itself and help you on the relevance front and follow your behavior to, if there are links that you're following and that sort of thing, if it were able to help you source more relevant information, would that be useful for you?
Well, I think one other tool that would help me a lot is the OPML files that I worked a lot to make my OPML files for NetVibes, let's say, and that can be sent to iGoogle or to PageFlix or all the other. Well, those OPML files already have a lot of information as to all the RSS feeds that are important to me. So an OPML or RSS to tweet converter, as people migrate from RSS to Twitter, that would also be an interesting tool. RSS to Twitter.
Excellent. Well, I'm just so glad to see you. It's been so long. And we must do barbecue again soon.
Yes, we will.
Grilling some good Argentinian beef. Thanks,
I'm
Martin.
ready.